Hey guys, my name is Cidiac and welcome back to another episode of SnowFool here in City Skylines, where in the last couple of episodes we've started to work on numerous amounts of things that we can do to improve the flow of goods from one side of the river to the other. We've kind of built and extended 2 train lines, we've got more cargo hubs set up, but it turns out last episode we were getting completely overloaded because they like to import and export the goods from one side of the river to the other via ship. And we tried to solve that issue, which you can see right now it's getting worse and worse. We tried to solve it last episode by building 2 new train lines. We've got, for the first time ever, this line that kind of V's off here and goes all the way down here and connects to there, was the first time we had a connecting line via train for the 2 train lines, because obviously we've got one on this side and one on this side. Now, we thought by doing this, it would stop them or try to reduce them using the ships to get from one side to the other, which, to a certain degree, it kind of worked okay, but we noticed it got more used by passenger train lines. So we thought, okay, well, this is a good connection. Maybe it's a little bit too far out the way and they're still using this because it's the shorter route. So what we did then is we then created a little bit of a V just over here, and we created a shorter cut route that pops up just over here onto this side of the river, from there to there, and a lot of the trains started to use that, and then we kind of then had 2 options for bringing train routes to and from with our cargo. But one thing we didn't take into account is probably, and I'm going to say I'm like 90% sure right now, it's probably the main reason why we're still seeing a huge backlog. Now, if you haven't figured it out already, I'll tell you in just a moment, but smash that like button down below if you are enjoying the series, subscribe if you are new around here, so you get notified when more episodes do come out. Now, although we've got this line that goes all the way around, and this line which is now shorter, so they can get the goods back to and from back and forth very, very easy, the one thing that I didn't take into account, and I probably completely forgot about it, is, well, where are they taking the goods to when they, the train comes over? And I thought about it, and I thought, well, hold on 1 second. I have a cargo train station here, so they could take it there. I have one over here. We've got some warehouses over there. Same for warehouses over here, and obviously here as well for the train line with the harbour there. That's all I've got, so no matter what I do, right, I don't have any more hubs for them to drop the goods off. So if you want goods here, it makes sense that it's quick and easier to get on the ship to there. Otherwise, the train has got to go all the way around and then back in to get to there, and all the way around here and back to there, when the ship just goes there to there. Because I own that, I still didn't change how many kind of cargo harbours, hubs, we would call it, I had. So, we're going to do an experiment today. Now, what I'm going to do is over here, I'm going to place down a cargo train station and connect it up to here, so we can then start to take advantage of the brand new line that we put underneath here for them to start using it. Oh, what a damn fool. I'm like 90% sure it's because it's still the same end destination, but I've just made longer train lines. I didn't take that into account, and I still feel so damn foolish. So what I'm going to do then, I'm going to quickly pause right now because we're going to have to do some modifications to this road here, because this is going to be an end point. They're not going to be able to cross over. It's just going to be an end point. I might even put a harbour down for ships as well. I'm going to see how far we kind of go with that. But first, let me get my 4-lane road, and let's pick a spot. So if it's going to snap onto there, I'm going to go... Right, we'll go to there, but then move this one up to here, and we'll utilize that one. So, if I can do that, we're going to create a bend going down, and we'll connect this into it. I might have to delete that back a bit further. It all just depends on where this bend is going to take place. So, we'll go for a nice little sweet bend right now, nothing too crazy. And we'll try and get our straight bit there, which I think that bending into here would be pretty reasonable. Oh my goodness me, it's elevated. Why? Why, you damn fool? Why do you elevate? There we go. And what we'll do, we'll delete back all the way to here. So, how is this going to work now then? So if I pick a middle point in you, and if I raise you up, so we'll do a 5 by 5 there, and see if we can do a kind of slight connection here. Now, I don't know how busy this is going to be, so it is going to be fairly interesting to see what happens from this. So there's our straight turn into it. Now, it's a bit funky coming off it, but it all kind of comes in and flows nicely. There's room to stick a roundabout on there if needs must. So there's no dramas. There's no dramas. The only thing it might have done, though, is messed up. Yeah, there's traffic lights there. No traffic lights there. It's probably messed up. Wait, it's all messed up. How did this all happen? It might have been when I upgraded it all. But let me just quickly sort out all the lane management here. Because we might start seeing more vehicle traffic now entering to and from when we get this train station all set up. So, place this all in right now, making sure that we all flow fairly well. Right, you're to there. What am I now missing? You're over this way, and then you're just there. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay, so, any traffic lights here? There is just there. We'll just get rid of them for now. But this is going to lead in, and we're going to try and set up a couple, or try and do, I mean, do I do a cargo harbour as well? That's an interesting kind of thought process. Because if I do, if I do a cargo harbour, they're going to be all situated in different spaces. So let me just kind of actually bring this down a little bit further anyway, so that's the snap for a straight line. We would then want to... So the vehicle's driving down on the left-hand side, and then we would want them to kind of... They're on the left-hand... No, sorry, they're on the right-hand side. So driving on the right-hand side, so they have to exit on the left. So the loop would come off here and go this way round, and then that way... Right, okay. So in my head, I kind of figured it out. It's just if this is going to work if I put pen to paper. Is that a term anyone uses? Pen, you know. I'm going to put pen to paper, boys. Right, so I'm going to go down here right now with... Actually, we come 11 off. No, we'll keep it your standard 10 because it doesn't matter. I'm not doing any kind of gridding or sizing in here. So I'm actually going to bring that down to there. So that's going to turn off there and go into there, where we would loop around. Now I might bring this a little bit further down. So actually come out by... Right, this is going to be interesting. So if I pick, for example, you, and then just go to... Because I'm trying to do something magical, which I know doesn't need to be magical. Right, so if I bend like this... I want to bend like that there. And then hook it back round. So from here, I'm going to do a 6x6, you reckon? 6x6. 6x6. And then try and run this back. Now, like I said, I don't want it to be... It doesn't matter the sizing or the spacing of this. Oh, hold on. No. It's got to go that way round. I've just realised. Ah. So delete you to just here. Right. Hold on. Hey, hold on. This is completely throwing me out right now. So the cargo train terminal, it could go here. It's not a problem to do that. I could put it on this side as well to kind of give us a better kind of, you know, entry to the area. I reckon we put it on this side, but now thinking about it, because I've completely forgot what side of the road we need to be on, I'm going to bring the road here instead and delete all of you. Right. And then what I'll do is I'm going to put the train station just here. Now, my only problem is, right, is the fact that they're going to be entering on the way that I don't want them to, right? Yeah, which is the old crissy-crossy like this. They're going back on one another, which is really, really annoying. So to solve that, I could put it on the opposite side. But I like this sticking out too far. This is going to be so annoying. I'm going to have to flip it on the other way. Yeah, I'm going to have to flip this on the other way. So if I did it this side... So I can actually literally have it like here. Now we'll put it there. So this is all going to have to kind of loop itself back around. But I am toying with the idea of having a cargo harbour as well. So if we kind of stick to that knowledge that we're going to have one. And let's just kind of go straight just here, as if it was going to go there, okay? As if it was going to go there. If I get the cargo harbour right now. Now we can't do it because of how the route is, so we're going to have to bring a little shipping route in. Which is this one. Alright, just bring that to there for now, just so I can at least connect this in. And we'll do that like that. Now, I'll readjust it momentarily. It's just for the visuals, so I know what's going down. Now, what we're going to do is we've got to bring the vehicles in. They're going to go up here. They're going to turn around and go directly back out. But I've got to do the same thing for this one as well. So I'm going to have to make one overlay the top of the other one. And that's where it's going to be quite interesting. So keep into this anyway. And we'll go for some quite bold... Is a 10 by 10 quite bold here? 10 by 10. And then we bang it back down. Yeah, actually, this will work out fairly well. So if I do that, and then on the inside, we're going to do the same again, but flip it over. So actually, I'm going to get rid of this for now. And ideally, if I come out of this one just here and just go to there, to run that down to there. And then run that down to there. So that's going to do the exact same, but it's going to overlap and go up and over. Right, okay. So if I raise this up then by a... Right, let's just go to a 10. And from there to a 10 and down. Now, we want to do the same thing here. We're going to do a 10. Oh, actually, do you know what? No, we'll stick out by a 6. And so our 10 by 10 would overlap a little bit different. Like that. There we go. So that they kind of stagger themselves over, but they all filter into the same way. Yes. Okay. We'll have to single these to single lanes as well. So do I want to go for that style of single lane? Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll work out. Oh, I just don't like how skinny they are. That's the problem. I don't like how skinny they are. Have we got any, like, chunky one-way roads? There we go. That's perfect. So a little bit different to what I normally use, but I just want a chunkier... Oh, okay. They don't go chunky when they get elevated. They're chunkier, but not that chunky. No, they're definitely not chunky when they get elevated. Fine. But yeah, this will work out. This will work out. So, the cargo harbour itself would literally attach onto it like there. So that's all within a straight kind of pattern or fashion. So the train line would come out here. That will come out and then connect in. That's what we're trying to aim for. That is what we're trying to aim for right now. So let's try and figure this out. So train line, train line, train line. There we go. So we've got a couple of options anyway. So we're going to bring this up. I feel like we need to bring this one up and out and then this be the connection in. So we're going to pick a spot and I reckon we pick, let's just say we pick here. Or is that too much, you reckon? Alright, if I pick there and just do a 5, where does the 21 begin? So 21's there. 21's there. Now let me just make sure that this is all now going to be in place to work. So bring you in, bring you in. Bend you in, bend you in. So that will then bring us all in there. So we should have the rail connection works perfectly fine there. Works fine there. Crisscross in there, perfectly fine. So we're going to treat it as if it's the main route to go into there. Then it will just kind of frail off to go straight into there. Right. So we're looking at a 10 by 10. And then whatever we can do here for some type of a connection. Now, how is this connection going to play out here? So, what does it suggest? It suggests something like this, which... not feeling it. So, we might do or set a curve mode here instead. So... press Control F to switch the follow terrain. Press Enter to create. That's not what I want. It's not the one I want. What about the loop mode? Because sometimes you can get better stuff for doing it like this. Alright, reduce the loop. Do you know what, actually? What will make more sense? Bringing this out a tad. So if I went there like this and then brought this round to at least there. Right, if I did that, delete this, and then do my own loop on this instead. Whoa. See? It all works out for the good in the end, doesn't it? It all works out for the good in the end. So then we'll just... Is this elevated, by the way? Oh my goodness me. Now, we don't need the harbour and the train station to be technically connected. We don't need the train to go from there to there and vice versa. So having a V here makes no sense whatsoever. But what does make sense... Actually, now, you know now I've done this here? What if I do a loop mode going back that way? It doesn't really change much, but it looks so much better, doesn't it? It does look so much better. Right, anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So what we do now, then, is we kind of pick a point. So I could come out here, or I could kind of come out halfway on it. Like this. But obviously, delete back a bit to there, and then we'll try and do something here. So let's see how far this comes out. So, bring that down as normal. I reckon we can just do our own natural 9 by 11 natural bend on it. And that's literally all it needs to do. There's nothing complicated needed for this. They both go out. They don't need to connect to one another. They just do what they've got to do. So, I was going to elevate that, but I think I'm just going to terrain all this. There we go. There we go. So now then, we just got to get the road all connected so these can be usable. That's what we got to do. So I reckon then we'll start with this, and we'll use where we can the slip roads, because that's always one of the best ways to go about doing it. And it's always easier to kind of merge them into a two-laner. Highway road than anything else. Looks funky right now, but that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. So if we upgrade this right now to be like that, because we can do some bends coming off it, and then from this come off just there. So I reckon we go about. We'll just go to yeah. We'll go to there. We'll sort all of the bends out in a moment anyway. Where that's going to come off that way, and obviously that's going to go that way. But I could delete this and make it go a little bit further down. But let me just get the logistics behind this all set up first before we create all these bends. So I'm going to push this back to there. So that could kind of bend out. So if that bent out, and then maybe we get a swoop going on here. Swoopy, swoopy, baby. Alright, how much until this gets ruined? That's what we got to figure out here. So I reckon we've got to about there. And merging you in like that. There's not really a lot you're going to get out of this, to be completely honest with you. But it all, it looks weird, doesn't it? It's like claws. It all does the job it needs to do. And the vehicles are already now going round. So we need power and water. I think we've got water. We just need power for these. But let me just keep to this. And we'll go elevated first. Hang on, I'm still in the other mode, aren't I? Well, what's going on here, boys? Come on, upgrade. So we'll go to there, elevated. I could just stick to these slip roads, couldn't I? I don't know what I was thinking of earlier, trying to figure out how to do it. Okay, that works perfectly fine. So let's just sort out the elevations right now. So from there to there is a 3%. That brings them to a 3.1. That will work. And then from there to here, 3.7. That all works. And we're just going to quickly sort out the lane math. So there's no traffic lights, but we'll sort out the lane math anyway. So these merge like that. That merges like that. These merge like that. So no one's getting caught or twisted coming in and out. Now we do need to unhook the road to the actual... Alright, can I get it right? Unlock. Unlock. So the actual harbour itself... Oh no, I've just deleted the wrong thing. He's only gonna delete the wrong thing, boys. So rural. And then, whoops, slip road. Oh, there's a node in it. I don't know what's more annoying. It could work out that, yeah. Right, we'll go with that. It's completely fine. So just sort out a few little things here and there. I mean, there's not really much going to be going on here with the smoothing. But wherever we can smoothen it, the better for us. We'll throw a couple of trees down. Why not? Seems we're not going to be working with this area anymore after this. Not really much going on after this point. So we go a little bit bulkier. Run with the trees. And that's pretty much it. So it's a sight for sore eyes. There's not really much going on. Now, technically, right, the actual harbour is not connected. So they won't use that. They'll only use the train station to begin with. So let's see what goes on then. So we need some power then. Now, we might be able to connect up with some wind turbine. Well, with one wind turbine anyway. We'll fast forward. And we'll see what benefits we get out of it. So the wind turbine turns on. Oh, we've got to sort out the elevation of this as well. My only concern for this area would be then here. That junction. But I think we'll probably get away with it. Is there a node in the middle? Yeah, so they can switch. Yeah, so it's all fast forwarded anyway. We'll give it some time and we'll see what we get out of it. But they can kind of enter and exit from both sides. There's a vehicle already on the way over here right now. Is it a garbage truck? Oh, it's a garbage truck. Right, don't get too excited, Seniac. Don't get too excited. So this over here is going to be really, really helpful for the short line that V's there that goes underground there and pops up over here. Because rather than going all the way around, down into there, they can just go bam, bam, whoop, in, and then drive. So it will be quite accessible for this area alone. Maybe even some of this as well. It just depends on how it kind of all comes together. You just got to give it time now for them to realise it now technically exists. Because this is what we got to try and slow down on. We're going to try and slow down on the backlog that's coming from all of this. So time will tell. Time will tell. Use it, you damn fools. So I want to see what the train station does first before we enable the harbour. Because I know the harbour's going to be a big thing as well, because they'll start also going this way and kind of split the difference. So I just want to see what this does. Oh, is that our first cargo vehicle about to go in? Yeah, baby. Nice. Once we see trains heading over, I mean, the fact that we just seen that vehicle go in there just shows us everything that we need to know. But once you start seeing trains heading this way, we know the routes have then technically been updated. So, interesting. Now, another problem we have as well is the fact that a lot of them like to turn, coming from over the bridge, they like to turn off here to go round, down, under to access this area. Now, not all of them are like that. Not all of them do it. But I think it also is because of the cargo coming from here. When they drive, they go around, and that's the shortcut route to get into there from all of this as well. So I don't know whether it might be worth... It might be worth adding a connection that loops up to here, because some of these goods that come off there might want to drive to these. I've just thought about that. That could be also a pretty good way to kind of add something extra to the area. Now, if I go... And I'm going to... Oh, this is going to be a bit chaotic right now, isn't it? Alright, so if I go from there to there and elevate everything here and to see what I can do in terms of a bend. So, bringing you in. Like that. Just to add something to the area. I want to see who uses this. Because I'm then shortening the distance that a train needs to travel. And vehicles can just turn off. And then they could technically jump into one of these. Rather than having to go round the roundabout to come back in. To get caught up with the traffic. To drive down. To go in there. You know what I mean? You know, I never really thought about it like that. But we'll see what happens. It could be completely useless. But we'll see what happens. Right, any train gem? I'm not sure how long we have to wait. I know it does take a while to update. But I'm not entirely sure how long... Oh, there we go. One vehicle's used it. That's one less vehicle that had to go back around and queue up in this system. Will we see any more vehicles use this? It was also a good idea to reverse it round as well. I think that's mainly the well, when we went this way... Yeah, but when they came back out that way... No, they went there and they went under. Yeah, they still would have... Yeah, even the other way we had it, they still would have had to go around the roundabout to come back again. So, kind of works out. You kind of then need the opposite variation of it too, but, you know, we'll kind of see how it goes. So, yeah, it's just one of those things. You just got to give it a little bit of time. Just give it some sweet, sweet time. Okay, we're now starting to see a few more vehicles driving over here then. So is this the moment where it's now updated? Once we get our first train coming in, we know we're cooking on gas. But yeah, vehicles making their way in. One of them's a snowplow, one of them's a garbage truck, but it doesn't matter. We got 2 vehicles heading in. With some more on the way. Just go wait for that train to get generated. So this is just heavily relying on the train network. It will all change when I enable this cargo harbour. We're now starting to see more vehicles heading over here, so that's a huge positive. Look at the backlog we've got as well with cargo ships. Right. Okay. Now, is there method in the madness to... Yes, I can upgrade this little section here to being a little bit of a 2-laner. Maybe could have got away with the Aurora Road. Now, where is the nodes here? So they can crisscross. Oh, I need to upgrade that single bit as well. So just send it all up so you know what lane you've got to be in. And if I make that one stick as well. Because they switch just there. So they all know what they need to do. And they now all know what they need to do. Right, anyway, over here. It's died down slightly. Still see no trains just yet. So, should we just jump into it and just enable the ships right now? Because I still think they're picking this as the shorter route for cargo. Just because of the shipping distance. I mean, it will be useful. It will eventually be useful. But let's just do it. I was hoping to see some magic happen, but I don't think we're going to see any magic happen right now. Okay, so we'll come off here. And then we'll kind of bend in. Oh, wrong button. Bend into the shipping just there. But I think we should also maybe come off and go around here for it to bend in there. So we can see him going around these little islands. I feel like that should be quite fun. That should be quite fun, right? To see them go, you know, up and around. So now we've got to give this time. It's all about giving it time, isn't it, right now? I wonder how many vehicles have to need to go into here to generate a train. Unless I've missed a train. I could have missed a train. Now, we are all connected, aren't we? Well, yeah, we are connected. Otherwise, the vehicles wouldn't be going over here. I just want to see a train coming in and out. Got a snowplow now going around. Gotta love these snowplows, man. Gotta love them. Gotta love them. Weirdly, the backlog's dying down a bit. I don't think that's a coincidence. I don't think it is a coincidence. But now it's a case of just waiting for our first train. Is there more snowplows on the way? Ooh. Can I select you? Because now we've got them owner cargo harbour delivering to fine fashions. So where are you going? Oh no. You're not going on a ship, are you? You're not going on a ship right now, are you? Already? You telling me you've updated your route already? Oh my goodness me. We like to see it. So if I can split this backlog and half of these go to over there, I'm then technically unloading twice as quick. So I'm getting twice as many cargo unloaded and loaded. Because, you know, two at once, basically. But now I'm seeing them use this. This is glorious. So we still got the train line there anyway. This is more of the internal system. But we just got to wait for our first ship to head over in that direction. That's all we're waiting for right now. We might have a ship generate before we have one arrive. Just because of the way it's going to be all set up. Alright, very good, boys. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Ships are unloading. There's trains coming into the big warehouses. And we're just playing the waiting game, boys. We're playing the waiting game. For when we see a train. For when we see a ship. Any ships on the way? Ship on the way. Ship on the... Oh, this is coming from outside of the region. Nice. So I want to know if it generates a train from this ship, or whether they're all going to drive out. I'm quite excited to see what's going to go down here. So, ship's about to arrive. Unloaded. I mean, it was 100% full, so it should at least generate one train, right? Unless they all want to drive out. They're all driving out. Just double checking this train line is okay. Yeah. To be honest with you, I don't think I've ever seen a train come from this way, right? Oh, snap. Hold on. We're flooded. I mean, could be a problem, guys. Could be a problem right now. Right, elevate you. Right, we're going to elevate this quite a bit. I forgot about I did all this. So if I elevate that slightly high, and then go from there to there, that'll raise it all up. From there to there, that'll raise it all up. So we shouldn't technically have any flooding. That will kind of settle all down anyway. We'll smoothen it a bit. Yeah, that we're going to get rid of the flooding, so we should see trains now utilise this. Sorry, guys. I didn't notice that. Anywho, we still are not seeing any trains around here. Now, the connection there is all okay. And there. That's only my concern right now, is the fact that we're not seeing any trains being generated. Now, it could be that... I mean, that's the other thing as well. If a train was generated, where's it going to go? Over here? Over there? You know what I mean? We need something a little bit more internal where they can drop off the goods. That's a good point. Where are they going to go? They're all end routes, aren't they? They're all set up to be end routes right now. So, okay. We're going to throw one in somewhere. The train line... The train line goes up here and into there. It's quite tough to try and figure out where we could drop one off. Because like in this place over here, like how we set all this up, where do we do our cargo train stops in general? Can I get out of underground mode to begin with? So we got our cargo there. We got cargo here. Here. There's... I mean, I feel like it's pretty much the same around here anyway. Cargo's more of the end stops. In a weird way, yeah. I mean, there's one over there. You could argue there's one there. That's what you could argue. That's what you can legit argue. Or at least, I mean, you would then start to think maybe trains coming in to export, but then the argument always is, well, where's the trains coming from? Because they're going to come from over here? You know what I mean? So we need something in the middle. We need something in the middle right now. There's a train scooting down there, but we all know where that's going to be going. I feel like there might be something here we can do. But it maybe would mean getting rid of this road. But how overloaded would that be as a station? Now, there's something over here we can definitely do, but again, it's all out the way. The train line swoops around there, so it's all underneath here, so it could pop out anywhere, and, you know, all that jazz. So I reckon what we do then is we do something here. Because this is in the thick of it. We're going to need multiple of these. It's in the thick of it, so if I delete this... Now that there is all on the ground. Is it all on the ground? I think it goes up and comes back down, doesn't it? So grab you, upgrade, and just making sure... Yeah, it does go up and over. And then the alignment from there to there. So it's all on the ground. Now, a cargo train terminal. Quite a decent thing. I don't want it dead connected on to there. But you kind of want it in the center slightly. Because the way the train line's going to have to connect to it. This might cause some problems. But I mean, it could also go here, but again, it's going to cause some problems. I'm going to have it on this side. So, what we'll do then is we'll bring this out. So, I'll bring this out by 5 and then do a 3x3 bend. Is this too much? Let's find out. No, that's okay. Now, I reckon what I should actually do is have it coming from over here and then snap into there. Just to give it, because I know that this is going to be so busy. So 5, and then we do our 3x3. And then our 5. Three by 3. So long entry and exit. That's what I'm thinking, okay? That's what I'm thinking. And also gives me the ability to kind of maybe place this a little bit more centralized. So run this down to the point where we can create a connection there, and it goes in multiple directions. Same with this. So everything crisscrosses itself one over the other. Now I'm gonna let the vehicles naturally flow here in both directions, just until we find out the dominant direction. So this is purely just a test right now. I've now given them somewhere they can drop the goods off, you know, centrally. Now it's really killed off the backlog that we did have. It's really killed off it, but it hasn't killed off the amount of vehicles making their way in. So there's still a lot of cargo that needs to kind of go to these places, but we could potentially see a switch. We could potentially see a switch here. Now we have a more centralized train location. Only time will tell. Only time will tell if anybody even wants to use it. That's the big one, isn't it? Does anybody even want to use it? We're just going to have to play the waiting game, boys. Just playing the waiting game. As usual. As usual. But we could possibly start seeing trains be generated. Now they technically have somewhere to go. Oh, there's a train there. Okay, doesn't want to come into here. That's fine. We're all okay over here right now, aren't we? No flooding? Yeah, there's no flooding. Okay, very good, very good, very good. So once I see train vehicles over here, I'm confident that we're now connected and we're working. There's a lot of chaos here. I don't think this connects in all directions. So for that reason, I might have to delete back just to do something like that. And do the same just here. Now I know that might cause even more problems, because now we've got these short little runs where trains are too long for. But we'll see. A lot more vehicles now showing up. Oh, it's a passenger train. Passenger train. Oh, is there vehicles driving up and down here? Sorry, I missed those. I missed those for a second there, didn't I? Right, anybody else making their way down? No? Oh, I got excited then for a second, didn't I? I thought it was all going to happen. I thought it... This is a... Yeah, it is a cargo. Just making sure that it wasn't a passenger train station. That would have been bad. That would have been bad news. But I think we're still going to be playing the waiting game as of yet. Now, all we've really done is just divided the shipping traffic between the two areas. This has still got a vast amount of vehicles making their way over here right now to spawn ships. I find that absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. But still nobody wants to go here. Oh, hold on. I am mistaken. Where did you come from is the question. Wow, all the way over here. So that potentially could have been something that originally would have came over via ship. But now we have this close by dedicated train line. It could be a completely different story for us altogether. Wow. Okay. Train over here being generated. Where are you going? To cargo train terminal. Over there. Okay. We like to see it, boys. We like to see it. Oh. passenger trains. Again, got too excited. A little bit too excited right there. Another train coming in. So another warehouse with railway connection. Another one's about to arrive from another warehouse with railway connection. Another one coming in from warehouse with railway connection. So that's the problem, is the backlog it's now going to cause when they're crisscrossing waiting to get in. We know that's going to be an issue. That's why it's a kind of a little bit of a test right now. It's kind of why it's a little bit of a test right now. But I want to see, as over time goes on, how much it kind of stunts the shipping access and routes. We've literally stumped this altogether to the point where it's not even doing anything right now. So this is going to transport the goods over. I'm not sure why it's also merging in like this to where it unloads. Does it load up? It does load back up. It does load back up. But yeah, that's interesting. Very interesting. There's vehicles now making their way over here. So this is working out. I feel like we need to implement a few more of these central based as well. But we'll take a look at that next episode. But this has been a success. My only concern is the sheer... Oh, train. You've come from outside of the region. So trains can make their way over here. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Can they make their way out, though? They should be able to, yeah. So we just had a train come in. Look at the huge backlog right now. Vehicles coming in. I feel like we just moved it from one side of the area to the other. Ooh. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. But until next time, I'll see you all soon. So good.